How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
All
So
right.
you're an ambassador for us at Cochic, so we're really
That's right.
happy to have you on this podcast.
Good.
Um, we will talk a little bit more about you and your career. You played professional hockey for about 14 years. Tell us more about the path that got you there, from minor league to junior major into being drafted by a professional team.
Well, I started out when I was about five. Back then, I'm 58 years old right now. So back in the 60s, everybody played hockey. Nobody played anything else, and growing up, we had guys like Jean Beliveau and Yvan Cournoyer and Henri Richard and all these guys that were kind of our idols. So we played hockey. We played outside because in Longueuil, I grew up in Longueuil. There's only one rink in Longueuil, so we couldn't really use the rink. We played a couple of years outside, so we got dressed inside the clubhouse there at the local park that we had, and then we played outside. And when it snowed, we had to clean the ice, shovel the ice, and then wait for our turn in the snow banks, and then go back on the ice. I started there, and then as the years went on, I started playing inside. I remember in Longueuil, the Colisée Jean Beliveau there, they used to split the ice in three, and we played our game there on the Saturday mornings, and it was a lot of fun playing indoors. And what I remember more about these days was after the fact, we watched the other games, and my dad used to give me and my brother, because my brother played also, used to give us $1, and for $1 we had enough for two hot dogs, a soft drink, and a chocolate bar. Back in the late '60s, early '70s. So that was kind of nice, and great memories. My dad always built the rink outside, so we played on snowy days there when we didn't have to go to school. We played all day. I think we went inside the house with our blade guards on, and we had lunch. And then we went back out and we played all day, and that was our days. We didn't have anything else to do. We shoveled the ice and we played and we had fun. No social media, there's nothing back then.
Yeah, no, not like now with the kids
No,
and their
no, no,
iPads
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
yeah. And then how did you get into more playing minor league?
Yeah, well, in Longueuil, there the minor hockey was pretty good. So I started out, with back then it was called the Moustique Pee Wee Bantam. I played Double A always, and when I played Bantam Double A in Longueuil, they used to bring me up because we played like the Pee Wees played, and then the Bantam played, and then the Midget played one after the other. So sometimes I played my game, and then I stayed dressed and I played with the midgets. The guys are a little bit older, so that was kind of fun. And when I was 15, I played midget AAA for the Canadiens de Richelieu. There, we played in Saint Bruno, and that was the second year of the midget AAA league. And we played teams like Lac Saint Louis. Quebec had a team. Laval had a team. I think Boisbriand had a team also. So and from there, I was drafted in the Quebec Major Junior League by Chicoutimi in the first round. I think that was back in 1978. And then I moved to Chicoutimi. I was still 15 years old, so I moved away from my family at 15. I had to live with another family in Chicoutimi. Great family. Claudette and Jean-Guy Bossé, they were great people. They had 3 kids also, so that was fun. They were a little bit younger than I was at the time, and we played outside together and everything. But that was fun. So I spent 3 years in Chicoutimi, and after my third year in Chicoutimi, I was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens in 1981 in the first round. So, and that's after that. Well, I had the chance to. Played that summer before training camp started. We had a softball tour, so I got a chance to meet the guys, and it's kind of funny because you grow up watching some of these guys. I came in, I was 18 years old. I played pro at 18 years old, and some of the guys were 29, 30 years old, and I thought they were really, really old back then. But You know, guys like Guy Lafleur, Mario Tremblay, Larry Robinson, Pierre Mondu. It was great. You know, we had a good time, and the guys were good. They were good to me. They really took care of me. They showed me the ropes, and we went from there.
How many different professional teams did you play for?
I played for Montreal. I started with Montreal for 3 years, and then I was traded to the St. Louis Blues. I played in St. Louis for 2 years. After that, I moved to Quebec. I played with the Nordiques for 1 year, and after that, I played with the Detroit Red Wings for 3 years, and I finished up with Pittsburgh Penguins for 2 years. And after my last year in Pittsburgh, I had a bad injury. I broke my leg. I had a couple surgeries on my leg. And after that, I tried to come back, but they sent me to the minors. So I played a couple of years in the minors after that. I played in places like Muskegon, Michigan, Kalamazoo, Michigan. I got involved also after my pro career. I got involved in coaching. So I was an assistant coach with Pittsburgh's farm team in Cleveland. And I was also an assistant coach later in Winnipeg for 3 years. So I kind of always stayed in hockey. You know, it was up until, you know, the kids got a little bit older and we decided to be a little more stable, because it's kind of hard when the kids have to go to school and you have to move all the time. So we kind of decided to come back to Montreal and live in Montreal, and we started out a business. We had a Tim Hortons for 10 years. Me and my wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did. We sold coffee and donuts and sandwiches and soups and everything for 10 years. It was fun. It was fun. It was different for me because I never had a business before, and that side of I'm not really a businessman. I'm more like a people's person. You know, I like to mingle with the customers and everything. So it's a good thing I had a good manager and everything. So they took care of the all the technical stuff and everything, because I'm not much of a computer guy.
Yeah. And did you see a different perspective of hockey from being a player to being a coach?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because when you're playing, it's a team game, but you have to worry about your job. You have to do your job. You know, I was a defenseman. I had to do my job. I had to prepare for my game. What I was going to do on the ice. When you're a coach, you have to worry about 20 guys. You know, you have to make sure that everybody's prepared to play. You have to make sure you come up with a good game plan. And it's worse to lose as a coach than it is to lose as a player, because when you play, if you lose, you can always say, well, I did my job, I tried hard and everything. You know, I did what I had to do. But when you're a coach, you go back home and then you kind of second guess yourself. You're saying, well, did I do the right things? Maybe I should have put these guys on at that time. Maybe I should have put these guys on at that time. So it's a lot harder to get some sleep after a game when you lose as a coach.
Yeah. Well, that's I've always wondered, you know, the difference between being a player and being a coach. Yeah.
Well, you see the side of the management too. You know, you have to make decisions that don't always please the players. That's kind of hard, you know, because that's why I preferred being an assistant coach than a head coach. As a head coach, you have to make those decisions. As an assistant coach, you're kind of like, you know, you're working with the boys. You know, you work on their conditioning after practice on the game or whatever. So you worry about the game plan and stuff like that. But as a head coach, you're the bad guy, I guess. I guess you're the bad guys because you decide, you know, who plays, who's in, who's out, and you know, when the guys are bitching about the coach, they usually go to the assistant coach and they're, oh, why is he not playing me? You know, that's the way it is. That's the way it is.
So you played for different teams, like we already talked about. What were the personal and family adjustment you needed to make for your career?
For the players, it's kind of easy because your job is your job. You know, if you play hockey, whether you're in Detroit, Pittsburgh, Montreal, Quebec, or anywhere, it's the same job. But for for the family, we had kids. We have three kids. My wife was there. She kind of had to take care of everything because sometimes you get traded and then you go on the road, and then she had to worry about getting an apartment or renting a house or getting the kids to school, getting the doctors and everything. I think it's a little bit easier these days because the team really takes care of that for you. They have all kinds of contacts with doctors and schools and stuff like that. But back in the day, we didn't have that. We had to take care of our stuff ourselves. And like for us, it was kind of exciting. But for the girls, for my wife, and it was hard because you have to adjust. And sometimes you make good friends somewhere, and then you have to move, and they don't always like it.
Yeah. No, you have to kind of always bring your family with you and kind of.
Well, that's what I said. As long as my family was with me, I was fine. But the thing is, that's easy to say when you're playing. You're part of a team, but if you're going on the road and I remember one time, when we were gone for a bit and for like a week or 10 days, and my three kids had chicken pox at the same time. And we were gone, so I couldn't help my wife. And I remember I used to call her, and she wasn't too happy there at the end of the phone. And what can you do? You're on the road. You feel helpless. You can't do anything. But that's the way it is. But they deserve quite a bit because it's a lot harder for them than it is for us. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
To some people, it may look like a fairy tale to be a professional athlete. But did you have to give up a lot of things to get where you are? If so, what were the hardest things that you had to give up?
Well, I don't know if maybe it's more of a fairy tale with today's players because they make so much more money than we did back in the day. But the things that you give up is you don't give up your friends because friends will always be there for you. But it's it's the Friday night party that, hey, we're having a party Friday night there. You want to come, after school or whatever, but you had a game on Saturday. So you had to go to bed early because, you have to be in good shape the next day. So you couldn't attend the parties and stuff. So you have to sacrifice. And a lot of guys, unfortunately, a lot of players that were good players didn't make it because of that. You need that self-discipline. You need to really know when to go, when not to go, and really, take care of yourself and prepare yourself. I guess you have to be minded to be a professional athlete, and that's the way it is. And it's the same thing when you make it. When you make it, you still have to work hard to be on top, to stay on top, because there's so many players that want to take your job. So every year you got to come back to training camp. You have to be in top shape to keep your job, and it's always a battle. It's always a battle. So it's always a matter of staying healthy, staying disciplined, and that's it.
Yeah, so it's more the social life, especially when you're, in those fun years, 15,
yeah, when
16.
you get older, when you have a family and everything, it's a lot easier because, you stay home, you have fun with your kids, you play with your kids, and you watch a movie on a Friday night. It's fine. It's just I think the younger guys, if you don't have a good group of veterans on your team, sometimes the younger guys could really go all out and really lose it, I guess. But I think the teams nowadays, they really take care of their players because they want them to perform for a long time, and that's why they take care of the players.
What are some of your best memories while playing for the Montreal Canadiens?
I would say my first game because you dream of being a Montreal Canadian when you're younger, and when you step on the ice for that first game, the regular season game there, you really tell yourself, wow, I made it. I'm playing a regular season game for the Montreal Canadiens. So what you dreamed about, really comes true, and it's really special. It's really special. Your first goal is always really special. I have a plaque in the basement there with the time and the date of my first goal and everything. It was December 9th, 1981 in Minnesota. So I remember it like it was yesterday. And it's a great memory. But what you get is a great souvenirs, great memories with your ex-teammates, because even now, the last year it was kind of hard to play hockey games because of the COVID, but we used to play like 40 games a year with the alumni, and we traveled all over Quebec, and we kind of remember the old days and tell stories and everything. So that's a lot of fun to meet your old teammates again and travel with them and have fun. And that's probably the thing you miss the most when you get out of the game, the friendships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how is it to sometimes play with like a player that used to be in your team, and then to have him the next year be against you?
Yeah, it's hard. The hardest thing to do is to come back to play against your old team when you get traded. I remember.
Yeah.
I was first got traded to St. Louis. When we came back, it was a couple of weeks after we came back to play Montreal. You play your old teammates. It was hard. I was really nervous. I wanted to do well, and sometimes when you're too nervous, you don't feel good. Your legs are not there. You're tired. You feel tired, even though you prepared. Like you usually do. I didn't feel good, and because you want to do well, and unfortunately, we didn't do too well that game. But that's part of hockey, I guess. That's the hardest thing. I remember one time also when I was 3 years in Detroit when I played for Pittsburgh. The first time we went back to Detroit, I almost went to the wrong bench on a line change, because I was so used to go to that bench. I almost went to the wrong bench.
And if you had one advice for somebody who dreams to be a professional hockey player, what would it be?
Well, you have to sacrifice. You have to work. Hard work is going to pay off. I'm sure your parents are telling you that, but
yeah,
every kid's parents are telling you got to work hard. You got to work hard. You got to listen. You have to have a good attitude. You have to be easy to coach. I think that's that's the best quality you can have. When a coach or a GM says that a player is very coachable, I think it's a great quality, because that guy is going to do anything for the team. He's going to do anything for the coach. And the work ethic, obviously, that's not only in sports but in life also. The work ethic is going to help you with your job later down the road. I think it's very important also. But attitude and work ethic, and that's pretty much it. Never give up.
Yeah. Well, I bet, like you said, you started when you were about 5, so it's a lot of years to work up to, where you are now, to be in a professional league and everything. Yeah.
Well, I get, it is. And it's all the, I'm sure that, along the way, I don't really remember being discouraged, because I was, always performing and I was always having fun, but, it's hard, sometimes, maybe your first year as a bantam or as a midget is going to be a little bit harder, but you still have to work hard. You still have to persevere. And if you do, well, you're going to go through it and you're going to be okay. A lot of good players quit. And that's the easiest thing to do, is to quit, when you're, when it gets hard. And if you persevere, if you show character, that's when you're going to have success. So that's what you have to do.
And most people know you as a professional hockey player, and you also do radio, but you also are part of a foundation, Action Nouvelle Vie. Tell us more about the foundation and what drew you to that organization.
Well, a friend of ours, Suzanne Fournier, she's the general manager of that organization, and her husband Stéphane, we're very good friends. We've been friends for a long, long time, and I've been going to her events for about 20 years. and they take care of, they help out family in needs in the Longueuil area. And, every week they give up tons and tons of food. You can also shop for clothes at really cheap prices and everything. And they also have a really, really big donation at Christmas time. On one day, they'll give out 3,000 food baskets, and really big food baskets. That's really, really big. They also give out gifts for kids. They really take care of a lot of people in the Longueuil area, and it's a good cause. I've been going for at least 20 years, maybe more than that, probably 23 years. Our kids were now 32, 33, 32, 31, and 30. They used to come with us when they were younger and everything. So I like that because it showed them another side of, we had a good life. But, some people are struggling, and it's nice for them to see that some people are struggling, and they helped out as volunteers and everything. So it was important for us to bring our kids there to show them the real, the values and everything. But it's a great organization, and they really help a lot of people. And it's hard because, especially, in the last year with the pandemics, it was kind of hard to get people to donate, but they're still kicking around. They're still doing good, and hopefully next year things are going to be back to normal, and we're going to be able to go and help out again.
Yeah, and you are a host family, right?
What's that?
You're a host family, right? You have kids that
we don't right now, but yeah, like a foster family. Yeah,
that's what I meant.
We're a foster family.
Yeah.
We're a foster family. We right now we don't have anyone, but we took care of foster kids for a long time, and we're still, even though the kids are gone, we're still in contact with them. We still FaceTime them now because we can't really go see them, but when we can, we go see them and everything, and we get together. And it was kind of we're like a emergency foster family.
Okay.
So they bring the kids to us anytime, and then they're not supposed to stay too long. But just to make a short, long story short, the first one we had stayed with us for over 3 years. And the little girl that we had after that stayed with us for almost 3 years also. So it's kind of hard you want them to go to a good family. You want them to go to a good place. And it's kind of hard it's really hard to let them go. But we know it's for the best, and they're good. They're doing well. And that was really important for us to take care of what we could do and really take care of them. And the good thing is that we're still in their life. We still, contact them once in a while. We see them once in a while. So it's kind of nice.
And when did you start being a foster family?
It was after we sold our business in 2012.
Okay.
And my wife always wanted to do it. She wanted to be a foster family for a long, long time, but because of my coaching, we had to move to Winnipeg and back to Montreal, and then with the Tim Hortons and everything, we couldn't really do it. So when we sold everything, so you know what, I'd like to do it, and I said go ahead, because she was always there for me. She was always there to back me up. And it was when her turn came, it was time for me to back her up, and I did, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed the kids that we had. They were great kids. When they come to you, they have tons of baggage, because you don't really always know their background and everything. Some of them, were didn't have a very good life, but you try to give them the best, try to put them on the right track. And once they're on the right track, they find a real good family for life, and then that's our big reward.
Yeah. And 2 years ago in an interview on Radio Canada, you said, when life gives you a lot, you have to give back. Could you expand on this statement that you and your wife, Diane, made?
Yeah, we had a good life. like I said earlier, in the years I played hockey, we didn't make the money that the guys make today, but we had a good life. We had fun. Our kids didn't lack anything. We always had what we needed, and people came out to see us play. People came out to see us play baseball. People came to see our charity hockey games. And it was time for us to, we always were involved in the community, everywhere we went, but, we try to help out as much as we can. I guess it's, I don't know. I call my wife Mother Teresa because she helps everyone. Yeah, she's always, left and right trying to help out. I remember when I was a little bit older, when I played hockey, and I was like early 30s or whatever, and the kids came in on the team. They were 20, and they barely spoke English, and they had a hard time finding places and everything. My wife used to go with them, and she used to set them up with apartments, left and right, and she kind of took care of everything. She was always like that, and it's really nice to help out. Also, we're talking about Action Nouvelle Vie earlier. When you see the smiles on people's faces when you give them stuff, it's priceless. That's what you do. That's why you do that for. It's priceless to see their smile. Sometimes they're crying because they're so happy, and it really keeps you going. And it's that rush that really keeps you going, and you want to help more, and you want to do more, and that's just the way we are, I guess.
Yeah, well, it feels rewarding to see somebody be happy and know that
Exactly.
you have somehow
Exactly.
helped a little bit to make them happy and content.
Exactly, especially like their big day, their Action Nouvelle Vie there is just before Christmas, and the Christmas time is a fun time, but it's also a really hard time for a lot of people. Money is tight. They don't know if they're going to get by, and to see them to see that relief, the smile and everything on their faces is great. And, sometimes they're crying, sometimes I'm crying, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's worth seeing, it's really worth seeing the organization, what they do for those people. It's unbelievable. 3,000 baskets in one day. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you need those kind of organization because there are people that, we don't get to choose in what kind of family and what kind of environment we're born in. And like you said, when you have it good and you're lucky enough to be where you are, it doesn't hurt you to help people.
Exactly. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it, just, one day out of the year, you're going to feel great about yourself. You're going to feel great, It's not that hard. And it's really, really a lot of fun.
Well, now I almost kind of want to go too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. It's great.
Well, and you said it's in Longueuil, right?
Longueuil.
Yeah, that's where I live.
It's right next to my house. Marie-Victorin and Marie-Victorin. It's not that far yet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's right
okay.
there.
Well, I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Now I will be asking you questions, and you have to choose between this or that, except for the last question, where you will have to explain a little bit more your answer.
Okay.
So, bow tie or tie?
Tie.
Pants or shorts?
Shorts for sure.
Yeah, even during the winter.
Don't have a choice. I don't have a choice sometimes to wear pants, but as soon as the weather gets nice, I got shorts on for sure.
Okay. Well, because some people wear shorts even during the winter,
Yeah, my son does that, but it's sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It does.
Well,
not always, but sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, especially in Canada, it's very cold to wear shorts, but some people like it. Dressed up or dressed down?
Half and half. I don't mind dressing up sometimes, to go to an event and stuff like that. I work on l'antichambre there on RDS once a week, so I have to put on a nice suit and everything. No tie, but just an open shirt and everything. So I don't mind doing that.
Hat
also,
or
don't mind
cap?
the jeans though.
Really, yeah, I know the jeans are great too.
Yeah,
Well, a
yeah.
mix of both is always great. A shirt and
There you
some
go.
jeans, and yeah. So, hat or cap?
I'm not a cap guy. I'm not a hat guy. Also, I'm more of a man. I don't really wear a hat or a cap. I wear a toque when it's cold in the winter. But even when I play golf, I don't like wearing a cap. It's too
Okay.
hot. Yeah.
And so now the question that I would like to know a little bit more about your answer. Excluding hockey, what is your favorite sport to watch and why?
Growing up, I was a big baseball player. I played baseball all my life. I quit playing baseball when I moved to Chicoutimi to play junior hockey. I love baseball. I followed the Expos when they started here in 1969. Jerry Park, I used to go with my dad. I remember I attended a game there. My first game was 1969 against Atlanta. I remember that game. Montreal lost 8-3, I think. And I still remember that. I used to go to Jerry Park. I used to go to Olympic Stadium. I played baseball. I attended the All-Star game there in 1981 at the Olympic Stadium. I used to watch the Red Sox growing up because we didn't have all the channels on the TV that we have today. We had the Burlington channels that showed the Red Sox game, so we watched that. I was a big Yankees fan. I love Reggie Jackson, great player for the Yankees. Baseball is my second favorite sport for sure. It's a lot of
Did
fun to
you
watch.
did you have to choose? Did you the hard decision between being a hockey player
No,
or a baseball player?
no, not really, because Claude Raymond was the first Quebec-born player to play in the majors. But other than that, there's nobody else, playing in the majors that was born in Quebec. So making it playing baseball in those days was really, really hard for a guy from the province of Quebec. It still is. There's not that many guys from the province of Quebec playing Major League Baseball. So it was kind of an easy decision. I played hockey. I love baseball, but when the hockey season ended, we grabbed our baseball glove. We played baseball, but we couldn't wait to play hockey again in the fall. So I was a big baseball guy, but a bigger hockey guy, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I have another question that is coming on the
Sure,
top of my mind.
sure.
So what was your moment where you went like, okay, I made it. Like I reached my goal that I've been working for so long.
Well, I guess when you get drafted, I was drafted in the first round in 1981. You're not totally there, but you're almost there because
Hmm.
your goal is to get drafted, to be part of a team, but you still have to make the team. So I guess being drafted is kind of a great moment. But like I said earlier, when you step on the ice for that first regular season game at the Montreal Forum, that's when you really say, well, I think I made it. I'm on the ice. I'm playing with Larry Robinson. I'm playing with Guy Lafleur. I'm playing with Pierre Mondoux, Mario Tremblay, all these guys that I used to watch growing up. And now it's my turn. So it was great. It was great. It was kind of a unreal moment, I guess.
Yeah.
Unreal. But the guys made it so easy. They were so nice. There's such a great bunch of guys. We still get together once in a while. When we go to the Bell Center, we'll go to the alumni room, and most of the times, a lot of the guys are there. So we drink a beer, we have fun, we talk about the old days, and it's always a lot of fun.
And now to finish, what does it mean for you to be Cochic?
Well, a company, a local company, some hardworking people. They wanna thrive. They wanna succeed. They're from here. They're trying as hard as they can to succeed. Like I said, so for me to help out in any way I can, like I said earlier, you have to give back. If helping them, if showing up somewhere with their product is going to help out the company, why not? You know, I'm all for that. Great people, you know, running the company. It's a great organization. So I enjoy. You know, we didn't have a chance to meet too much in the last year because of the
Yeah,
COVID.
because of COVID.
Exactly, but when we did before, you know, I really enjoyed my time with them over there, and then we're looking forward to meeting again and do a lot more stuff for them. Try to help out
Yeah.
as much as I can. You know.
Well, that's pretty much it for our podcast and our interview. So thank you very much, Gilbert, for
No
taking the
problem.
time. And
Anytime.
it was great to talk to you.
All right. Thank you. Merci.